Hello and welcome to my channel Direct from Doctor. So in this channel always I will be discussing about the health problems, the various health issues, the various diseases, disorders and all that, and we'll also discuss the solution for that, and also we'll discuss about how to prevent the problems as usual. So in my last episodes some time ago I had covered a lot about diabetes. I hope you have seen those videos. If not, please go back and please watch. It has got some 3 or 4 episodes where I covered the diabetes in detail. You will know a lot about the disorder of diabetes. So today I'll be covering a very simple topic called as walking. So is walking beneficial to health? Really, is it beneficial or not? So that we'll discuss today. The answer is yes. It's definitely beneficial to health. It's very helpful, and there are a lot of benefits what one can derive because of walking. So walking can be done by any generation, youngsters to middle age to old age. Anybody can do this exercise. It's essentially an aerobic exercise. Walking is an aerobic exercise. So for walking you need not go to the gym, you need not use a treadmill and such gadgets. You can directly walk in the nature, you can walk on the terrace of your building, you can walk anywhere, just anywhere. So walking is very easy, it's cheap, and it doesn't cost you anything, and it gives you a lot of benefits. Walking actually is an overall exercise. It's actually overall exercise. So during walking, what happens? Your legs will be moving, and your muscles will be acting. The calf muscles will be pumping the blood, and your hands will be swinging. And so because of the hands swinging, a lot of associated muscles will get the benefit, as well as the shoulder muscles, back muscles. A lot of muscles will get the benefit, and mainly the blood circulation will increase. So because the muscles will get tired, and the muscles will require the blood, so the blood will supply will be more in those areas, and once the blood supply is more, the oxygen supply is more. So this is what actually we want, the actual oxygen supply. So we living human beings, we live because of oxygen, the main thing, and other essential things of course, but oxygen is the main thing. Without oxygen we just cannot survive. The cells, every human cell, each and every cell, there are trillions of cells in the body, and all these cells and tissues, they require oxygen. Without oxygen the cells will just die. So for the tissue health, say the tissues are built up of cells, it's a collection of cells. So because they are differentiated into muscle tissue, bone tissue, and those kind of things. So all this, everywhere, each and every cell in the body needs oxygenation, and this oxygenation has to be continuous. See, your heart is like a pump, it pumps the blood. Once it pumps the blood, it circulates all over the body, up to the toe tip, fingertip, everywhere. Then the blood will return. It returns through the veins and it reaches the heart. And these days everybody knows about these kind of things. So heart is essentially a pump, nothing but a pump. It's a muscle which goes on contracting and relaxing, and that pumps blood. So while walking, this heart rate increases usually. So it again depends on how fast you are walking. In case you are walking slow, the pumping will be less, but in case you are walking briskly at your top speed, in that case the blood supply to the muscles and tissues will be more, the necessity is more, so the heart will pump faster. So when the heart pumps faster, so it reaches a particular level, it should be under a healthy level whenever you walk, So some athletes, for example, the runners, the people who jog, people who do running, and the people who partake in competitions, running competitions, and all that, for them, they try to increase the heart rate up to 140. From 70 to they shoot it up to 140. So that kind of a thing is not required for us. For the ordinary human beings, it's not required. So a simple walking, and whatever the increased heart rate is there, that's enough for us. So I'll tell you the certain benefits of walking. So first of all, it helps you to reduce the weight. See, actually, there is something called steps. So what steps? How many steps are required to reduce the weight? To reduce the weight, they say, and according to the research and the various research which has taken place in the science, around 10,000 steps is supposed to be good for reducing the weight. If you want to reduce the weight, the weight reduction won't be arbitrary. It won't. It will be selective in certain part, particularly the waist. Uh, the fat will burn. So it essentially the walking burns the calories. So once the calories burn, weight is naturally reduced, and your fat content will be less. So weight reduction. Weight reduction should be, if you see, whenever you walk, it depends on your goal. What is your goal? Why you are walking? So some people, see, for example, myself, I reached certain weight. My weight is around say around 78 kgs. So 78 kgs is optimum for me. I should not cross it now. Maximum I can go up to 80. So now I should be maintaining this weight. I should not be increasing the weight. I should not be decreasing the weight. I can decrease a bit, but I should not be increasing the weight anymore. So for me, it's a question of maintaining the weight. So for me, maximum around 5 to 6,000 steps is more than enough. For the person who wants to reduce more weight or reduce weight, the person has to increase to 8 to 10,000 steps. So when you walk, so there is something called as a pedometer available, which you can wear on the hand. There are apps available, pedometer apps available for your mobile phone, and with that app you keep it on, it will record your steps. It senses your movement. So that's how the steps are added, and ultimately at the end of your walking you can switch it on and see how many steps have been taken. So accordingly you can decide how long to walk. For example, I walk for about 30 minutes a day at present. So I reach around 4,000 steps. That is my maximum speed right now. Now I have to increase a little. Maybe I'll add up another 15 minutes, maybe in a couple of weeks. That's my ultimate goal. More than that, I don't want to reach. I don't want to go. So around 6,000 steps is more than enough for me, because my goal is to maintain the weight, not to reduce the weight anymore, but to maintain the weight. But one thing is, so suppose that balance in what you eat and what you lose, it has to be balanced properly. For example, burning of the calories uh, should be in accordance with your what you are eating. So just because you're walking a lot, you should not eat more. So then your entire goal is defeated. You should eat normally what you're eating. So reduce the fat content a bit. So increase your proteins. Take a bit of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are necessary, particularly if you are walking and you need energy. Without energy, you cannot walk, right? So carbohydrates are necessary, not too much, a little. Proteins are required for muscles, because muscles will be working. So proteins should be more. Fat should be less. A bit of fat is okay, but not too much. This should be a kind of diet. A lot of diet charts are available in the internet. You can just follow those. Okay. Another benefit of walking is your posture. Your posture will improve. Your gait, what is called as, how you stand, how your walking style, everything. It will be definite. That haphazard kind of your postures, those will go. It will be more graceful. So because of more walking, as the days go by, you will realize that your walking style has improved, and also your gait. Gait means how you stand, how you stand. Those things are called as gait. That will improve. Your memory will improve. Your memory will improve. Your cognitive ability will improve. Cognitive means recognition. In simple terms, it's recognition of in the brain there are cognitive centers. So, for example, I should immediately identify certain thing, and for example, if I'm driving a car, I should have certain cognitive abilities to my brain cells have to function, the neurons have to function, those properly, and coordination. So those coordinations are called as cognitive coordinations. So that will improve because of walking in the long run. And mainly good hormones will secrete in the brain. Your hormonal balance will be better. Another thing they say is, suppose you're bored or you're depressed a bit, start walking. So when you walk, what happens is immediately the hormones start secreting, good hormones. So there will be a bit of adrenaline and there will be a bit of good hormones, which are secreting in the brain. So that will help you. That will help you a lot in getting back your mood. So those are the benefits. Then see, actually walking is a cardio exercise. Essentially it's an aerobic exercise and mainly a cardio exercise we call it, as your cardiac function will improve. As I told in the beginning, heart pumps, heart goes on pumping. When you walk briskly, your heart will pump more blood and more oxygen. Your breathing rate also will go up, it will be more. You will breathe more. Suppose you are breathing around say 16 to 20 times a minute, it will increase a bit only during walking. That is necessary actually, because as your blood is being pumped by the heart more, you need to breathe more, so that oxygenation, oxygen comes through breathing, so that will mix with the blood and the blood will be supplied through the body, right? So your breathing has to improve. So there is no problem in that, but only thing is you should regulate your speed of walking into such a level that you're feeling a bit tired, but you can talk. You can suppose two people are walking together. If you want to talk, you should be able to talk. Your briskness should not be so much that you are not able to talk. You are panting so much, you are gasping for breath, and you are not able to utter any words. You are not able to talk. They say you should be able to talk, but you should not be able to sing. Singing should not be possible, but talking should be possible. That should be your speed. That briskness means, some people overdo it. They try to walk very, very fast, beyond their limit. Beyond your limit, don't do anything, please. You don't push yourself to too much to beyond your limit. That will be bad. And another thing is, some people find it, particularly obese people, the people who have gained a lot of weight, they find it really difficult to walk at one stretch. Suppose I tell them to walk for about 30 minutes a day, and it is not possible for them. Within 5 or 10 minutes they get tired. So what they can do is they can go on dividing it. Means, morning you walk for about 10 minutes. Then in the afternoon if possible. Otherwise in the evening another 10 minutes. Before going to sleep, walk for another 10 minutes. You can divide the walking. Walking need not be at once. At one stretch it is not necessary. If you can do it, do it. Otherwise you divide it into 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Secondly, when you walk for your regular work also, when you walk from one point to another point at home, even that is counted as steps. That is counted. That is not intentional walking. You have to walk, compulsory walking, or you are going to a shop nearby, you are not taking your vehicle, you are just walking to the shop across the road. Even that is counted. So altogether they say, to reduce away 10,000 steps. It is not that, when you do the walking 10,000 steps at once, totally the whole day it has to be 10,000 steps to reduce the weight. Otherwise 5 to 6,000 steps is more than enough if you just want to maintain the weight. All right. And also your mood will improve, your sleep pattern will improve. So in the night you will get good sleep. Suppose you don't get tired, sometimes you don't get sleep, you have to struggle for sleep. So walking will induce the sleep, because your muscles will get tired, they will ask for rest, okay, and rest is possible only through sleep. All right. That's one thing. And when you walk, right from the first minute, don't do a brisk walking. So what you do is slowly build up the tempo. Means starting say for about 3 or 4 minutes, walk slowly, so gradually build up the speed, and in 4 or 5 minutes reach your top speed. After that, when you finish your walking, another 5 minutes, just go on tapering. Means so go slow till you regain your breath and you are breathing normally. The rule is that you should be able to breathe normally when you stop. That is more healthy. And once you stop walking, don't drink water immediately, and otherwise it's an emergency. Otherwise, if it's emergency, only can take water. Otherwise, leave about 4 to 5 minutes, so that your body temperature may come down a bit, and it may reach your regular temperature. Then you drink water. But on an emergency, if you have to drink, take only a small sip. Don't drink too much of water. But after 4 or 5 minutes, once you have regained your normal breathing rate, you can drink water as normal. Absolutely no problem. But as far as possible, try to drink room temperature water, not cold water, not ice cold water. Try to avoid that. Ice cold water will have certain problems, which I'll explain later. Okay. So these are certain small tips. And the walking, in case you're doing it on the road, or you do it on the park, you select an area where there are natural ups and downs. Natural ups and downs. It means straight terrain is there, straight walking is there, but certain areas are slightly sloping up, sloping down. So they say this is more beneficial than just one surface walking. Say in the rainy season, for example, now it's a rainy season when I'm talking, it rains the whole day in my place. So what I do is I live in a flat system, so there is a big terrace, huge terrace is there. I go to the terrace, which is a covered terrace, so even if it's raining, I can walk, there is no problem. So there it's just a straight line. So in case you are just doing the straight line walking, try to do a little more of walking. So in case outside you are able to find the up and downs in the terrain, there you can reduce your walking. Reduce means your walking time you can reduce. For example, if your goal is to walk for about half a minute, 30 minutes, reduce it to 20 to 25 minutes, because more energy has been spent by climbing up. Then so wherever possible, suppose you're living upstairs of your home or something like, so try not to take the elevator or lift. Try to walk up the steps, so that even that is counted. Walking up the steps is maybe 2 or 3 times more tiring than normal walking. So a lot of energy will be consumed for that. It's good for you in the long run. But don't overtire. Please don't overtire yourself. Don't overdo. Don't push yourself beyond your limit. There's always the rule. Okay. Then what gear? Gear means the what shoes and what you require for walking. So you can walk in a normal comfortable dress. There is not a problem, because suppose you are coming back from your work or anything, you are wearing your normal clothes, right? If you walk back, even that counts as a walking, right? But intentional walking, so you are doing it for a long time, half an hour, 45 minutes, or one and a half hours. 1.5 hours may amount to around 10,000 steps or more. So then you better wear a loose fitting, a t-shirt or whatever, and the track pants or whatever. So it should be loose fitting, so that because you'll be sweating a lot, so air should circulate. So you should wear those kind of dress. And if it's a sunny day, wear the cap. Better protect yourself. And in case the sun is too much, like in my town, I live in Bangalore in India, so the sun is very bright sometimes. So try to apply sunscreen lotions so that your skin doesn't burn. Otherwise the skin burns you can notice after a few days. So these kind of precautions you can take. So one of the benefits of walking in the sun is, it under your skin there are cells which produces the vitamin D, which is very essential for bone health. It absorb. See, okay, whatever calcium you take with your food, it is absorbed because of vitamin D. Without vitamin D, calcium cannot absorb. So your bone, teeth, everything will be hypocalcified, means less calcified than normal. If you don't, your body doesn't have vitamin D. Otherwise, you have to take vitamin D supplements. So this is natural vitamin D. Just 5 minutes in the sun, vitamin D will be produced within the body naturally. That's one wonder what nature has created. So walking in the sun is beneficial for that also. All right. So the shoes should be comfortable type. Try to buy canvas type, your sport shoes with the softer soles, but your heel of the shoe should be firm type. Most of the sport shoes are like that, but rest of the sole, it has to be shock absorbing, because while walking, brisk walking, a lot of shock will be there. A lot of shock will be there, means and a lot of pressure, counter pressure will be there under your sole, and that may radiate to your knees, and you may start suffering from muscle pain and knee pain. To reduce that, wear good pair of shoes which can absorb your absorb the shock absorbing kind of shoes. Any kind of normal walking shoes is enough. You need not buy very expensive those what the athletes wear. Those kind of shoes are not required. Normal shoes are okay. So these are some of the tips, and if I'm forgetting, I'll just say, yeah. So before walking, always try to warm up. See, actually, there is a controversy regarding what time you can start walking, what time you should walk. Some people walk at 5 o'clock in the morning, or 6 o'clock in the morning, or should it be in the mid afternoon, or in the evening or night? They say your blood has to be warm, but your body temperature has to be warm. Whenever you get up in the morning, your body will not be that warm. So I would advise, unless the entire day is occupied and you are not able to walk, in that case only walk in early in the morning, so early in the morning. Otherwise, try to walk. See, many people these days recommend walking in the mid-afternoon. That's mainly because your body will be warm. First, your body has to be warm when you walk or any kind of exercise, but everybody cannot have that kind of a time in the afternoon. Then do it in the evening. Your body will be still warm. There's no problem. Even at 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, your body will be warm. Those are the better times for walking. Early morning, only in case you cannot do it at any other time of the day, then do an early morning walk. All right. Because some people like, because that early morning, because there won't be sun and cool weather, Actually, on the contrary, your body has to be warm when you walk. All right. So these are some of the tips of walking, and I hope you will find it entertaining, this walking procedure, because walking is so beneficial. It's an overall exercise. Again, I'm telling you. Actually, at my age, I cannot do heavy exercises. I cannot weight lift, and such things are not required also for me. So regular walking is more than enough for me. Walking can be done by anybody, from a child to the aged. Anybody can do at different age groups. The only thing is the amount of walking can differ according to the age groups. So do walk daily, at least 5 times a day, they say, to get the benefit. At least 5 times a day. In case you can't walk more, at least 30 minutes a day, 5 times a day, 5 times a week. That will help you. So all the best. Do walk daily. So I'll come up with another video on another topic very soon. So please be with me. Please share my video with your friends and in your social media, and also subscribe to my channel Direct from Doctor. Please and please encourage, so that we can continue with more videos. Thank you. Have a good day.